What's going on, investors? My name is Dayo. Welcome to Frunkla Investment, where I talk about Bionano Genomics stock every day from Sunday to Sunday. At least I post one video. So today I'm going to post at least 4 videos because I am ready to share amazingness with you guys. In this video, I am going to talk about Simon Barnet. He is the top analyst, top genomic analyst from ARK Invest. Finally, we have some new information from him regarding sequencing technology and optical genome mapping technology. Of course, we are talking about Bionano Genomics versus PACB because they are hugely invested in Pacific Biosciences of California, and since then they have refused to invest in Bionano Genomics. We have a lot of institutional investors and retail investors that are looking up to ARK Invest to invest in Bionano Genomics to prove that the technology is valuable and vital for the genomics industry so that they also can put some money into this company. So if ARK Invest don't make a move by investing in Bngo, I believe a lot of institutional investors and retail traders are not going to put money in this company, in this stock, the ticker Bngo. That's why I cover ARK Invest from time to time on this channel. So in this video, I'm just gonna talk about the interaction between ARK Invest analyst Simon Barnett and one of my boys on Twitter. I'm talking about Cisco Invest, CiscoTrader. I said Cisco Invest, CiscoTrader on Twitter, and they had a little bit conversation on Twitter, and I would like to put my own comment on it because it's all about Bionano Genomics, and you guys want to know what is going on. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So before we continue, there is this post right here is from Genome Informatic section. The title says the near complete sequence of a human genome, because you guys know we have to sequence the human genome so that at least researchers can have, it's more or less a database, okay, so that researchers can know how to research more about the genome. Of course, it's also, this database is also valuable for optical genome mapping, as well as it is valuable for DNA sequencing. So it is always good because this has been going on, and this is also helping the price of DNA sequencing to drop, DNA studies, DNA genome analysis to drop, because it used to cost about $1 million to map the entire human DNA over a decade ago. But right now, due to Illumina technology, DNA sequencing is now as cheap as $1,000. Of course, optical genome mapping is cheaper than that. So that's why it's important that we have all information about the complete human genome. So this genome informatics section says, the title says the near complete sequence of a human genome, because this topic I want to discuss from ARK Invest is also related to human genome. Okay, so I'm just gonna read a very short part of this article, and then we can go on to what ARK Invest analyst Simon Barnett says about DNA sequencing and of course optical genome mapping. So now check this part out. Now 20 years later, we are finally able to fill in the blanks thanks to a confluence of new sequencing technology from PACB and Oxford Nanopore. Within the past year, the T2T consortium assembled the first complete human chromosomes, chromosome X and chromosome 8, using nanopore ultra-long sequencing as a backbone and polishing that sequence with PACB and Illumina. However, the recent release of PACB Hi-Fi technology led us to revise our recipe. In the assembly presented here, we first constructed a highly accurate assembly graph using PACB Hi-Fi reads, and then resolved any structural ambiguities with the help of nanopore UL read. The following image shows a bandage visualization of our Hi-Fi string graph for the C chromosome 13 genome, with most chromosome resolved as individual components. So what they are trying to say here is they didn't use Bionano Genomics because, guys, Bionano Genomics is an optical genome mapping technology, okay, but we are talking about DNA sequencing right here. So I think the fight that Simon and CiscoTrader got into is more or less, I won't call it a fight. I'll just call it a conversation, okay? I think it's not a solid topic for Bionano Genomics, because we are talking about, DNA sequencing right here. And no matter how Simon is going to paint it to sound like Bionano Genomics is irrelevant or whatever, this is just human genome we are talking about. We're not talking about, I mean, this complete human genome we are talking about. We're not talking about, genetic diseases research. We're not talking about hematological malignancies. We're not talking about cancer. We're not talking about solid tumor and so on and so forth. So we're not talking about prenatal or postnatal. We're just talking about the complete human genome. It's more or less a database that is already known. Okay, I mean, nothing new to be discovered here. Okay, so that's my point. Now let's go back to the conversation between Simon and Cisco Trader. All right, guys. So Simon made this tweet on June 4th, like 2 days ago. He made this tweet. I'm just gonna open this image. So this image is more or less a meme. Okay, 2003. I have sequenced all the human genome, all of it, right? All of it, this is 2021. So what he's trying to say is PACB, for example, and nanopore ultra long DNA sequencing technology, and of course PACBO hi-fi sequencing technology, they are improving the technology every day. Okay, they are improving it. So now the technology is able to read more, to sequence more of the human genome, so that we can have more information about the human genome. But like always, like I already said, this is not cancer research we're talking about, or genetic diseases. Okay, this is just the human genome. It's more or less finding out how many organs the human has, or how many stars are in the galaxy. So that's what it's more or less all about. Now he continues. He shared this link. This link is where I read the information that I just presented to you in the previous page. This is the link. If you click on it, you can easily go to the page that I just read to you. So he shared this link. First of all, I'm going to start with this link and see who commented under it. So this gentleman right here said, "What's up with the Oxford Nanopore Pacific Biosciences legal battle? I thought PACBO won that a couple of years ago, and because right now there is a battle between Oxford Nanopore and PACBO, and I believe PACBO lost the battle." So Simon said he cannot comment directly on lawsuit between companies in universe. Apology, blah blah blah. So now let's go back to because I want to go over all these comments. So this gentleman right here is a professor. So according to his Twitter handle, he is a Bloomberg Distinguished Associate Professor of Computer Science and Biology at Johns Hopkins University. Okay, so this man commented, Brian, he's one of my followers on Twitter, a good guy. He said the real question is, did you map them all? Okay, so Brian is the person that started this thing. Okay, he brought in Bionano Genomics topic into this topic. Okay, so he asked Simon if they mapped the human genome. Okay, so did you find everything you need? Did you find everything you could? Nope, you don't have Bionano to map, so you didn't find everything. So this professor came in and answered Brian, saying this doesn't make any sense. It is a gap-free assembly of every base in the genome with essentially perfectly accuracy. And I think Professor Michael is right. Okay, so Brian continued. He said, so essentially perfect sequencing, it's good, but it's essentially perfect. It's not perfect. If you don't map the genome, you won't find everything that is needed to be found to cure things. So the question is, does John Hopkins use Bionano systems to map? And of course, Brian has a good point right here, okay? Because if you don't map the genome, you won't find everything that is needed to be found to cure illnesses, genetic illnesses. But like I said, this is not about curing diseases. This is just purely human genome, okay? Now, Simon came in because he knows anytime he finds an opportunity, he always comes in. So he said, Brian, most respectfully, all sequencers are capable of mapping. Short read sequencers map poorly relative to long read sequencers. This paper proves that long read sequencing is sufficient to map 100% of the human genome with base level accuracy higher than short reads. Of course, Simon is right. I mean, we are talking about he's versusing long read sequencing versus short read sequencing right here. Okay, he's more or less putting PACBO, Pacific Biosciences of California versus Illumina, because Illumina is the short read technology, and like I always tell you guys, Illumina used to be heavily invested in by ARK Invest. ARK Invest used to be heavily invested in Illumina, and right now they sold off all their positions and dump all the money into PACBO, because they are betting that long read sequencing is going to be a killer of short read sequencing in the long run, or long read sequencing is going to take over. Okay, so that's what they are betting on. And then CiscoTrader came in and he said, question Simon, did they not use Bionano sapphires to optical genome mapping and have a path to complete this human genome? If I am not mistaken, Rockefeller University received grant money to use the Sapphire to help with this project. Am I correct? So Cisco Trader is more or less saying that Rockefeller University received a grant, I believe from the US government or so, to use the Sapphire device to help with this project. And I cannot talk about that in this video, but I believe Cisco is correct, okay? Because, like I already said, this about human genome, in my opinion, is more or less creating a database of human genome. And once the database is complete, then even sequencing or OGM or whatever is going to be useless, because now we have the complete database. That's why I keep saying Bngo is after finding structural variations, something that may be wrong with the genome. It's much more useful in that area than just mapping the genome for nothing, which of course sequencing technology are capable of doing, as we can read so far. So Simon came in and he said, I am unsure about Rockefeller. However, I can say that the only technologies used to create this complete assembly were high fidelity reads by PACB and ultra long reads by Oxford Nanopore. According to the document that Simon shared up above, this document right here, according to this document that I just read to you guys in the previous page, that is what they use. Okay, they use Nanopore ultra long technology, and they use high fidelity from Pacific Biosciences of California. So CiscoTrader went ahead and said, Simon, are we talking about the same study? Of course, I think CiscoTrader is talking about something else, okay? He is talking about Rockefeller University helping in this research. That is what CiscoTrader is talking about. But of course, Simon has no information about that. So I believe CiscoTrader has a very solid, valid point as well. So he continued, said, I see Bionano in the sequence of a human genome being referenced. Then Simon came in. Now, if you go to this photo that Cisco shared, you guys can easily see right here. They said over the past 6 years, we have extensively sequenced, the chromosome 13 with multiple technologies. Okay. Now, if you go down to the I cannot find it right here. So somewhere in this paper, according to what Simon is saying, I'm going to dig it out for you guys in a minute. So let's just go to that comment from Cisco. So Simon came in and he said, where is the comment from Simon? Let me go back. Let me go back, guys. I'm gonna go back. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back so that we can find the. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Simon, Simon, Simon. Okay, so let's go back to the trend once again, to where CiscoTrader came in and spoke about the technology from Rockefeller University. I believe it's somewhere around here. Okay, so CiscoTrader came in and spoke about this Rockefeller University helping with the Human Genome Project, and then Simon made a comment, but I can't seem to find. I'm gonna try and find that comment from Simon, because Simon responded to CiscoTrader. And all right, so let's just continue. Scroll down 2 more lines. Okay, so the professor from John Hopkins University said CiscoTrader should scroll down a little bit and he can find more information. I believe that is what he meant with this comment. So Simon said the T2T consortium has experimented with numerous methods over the years, including OGM, as you highlighted. However, if you scroll down to the end of that paragraph, you can see that the authors forwent all other methods besides long read sequencing technology and ultra long, sequencing technology from Nanopore and from PACB. So I think Simon was right. Okay. And he said, please note, I am not attempting to discredit any technology. However, it is absolutely unequivocal that long read sequencing was the method used in this paper. So, I mean, there is nothing really big to, fight about on this topic, okay? This is the human genome we are talking about, okay? This is not, solid tumor research. This is not genetic diseases research. This is not structural variations, in genomes that is causing some kind of disease and so on and so forth. No, this is just a database we're talking about, not searching for something new. So there is really not a topic right here. So I believe from my conclusion, what Simon is still trying to do is, trying to let us know that DNA sequencing technologies like the long read sequencing technology from PACB is going to be the future, like he has been saying. So he hasn't changed. So my conclusion is ARK Invest has not yet made up their mind, according to what I have seen so far, because Simon is the lead analyst of the genomic in terms of ARK Invest. He is their lead analyst. So you guys can easily see that this guy is still against OGM. He is still against Bionano Genomics. Nothing new. So that's my conclusion, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you have been doing last week. And I am going to see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye.